When parents Chelsea and Cody decided to add one more child to their already large family, they were in for a big and challenging surprise.
That was really interesting because when they, obviously having 5 experiences in the past, when they put the ultrasound on, I instantly thought, that's not what it looked like before. And she pulled it off real quick, made sure there was heartbeats, and then sure enough I said, was that 3? And she goes, I think so.
Chelsea had a pretty normal pregnancy with lots of monitoring due to her being pregnant with triplets and the potential risks. Although a little over 33 weeks, she felt different and decided to go into Sparrow.
She came in and checked me and I was more dilated and she was like, all right, we'll be cutting in about an hour. Call your husband. And I was like, there's 5 kids to get placed as what? We went in and I was freaking out. And all of the NICU staff that came in, every one of them stopped and told me their name and who they were and what baby they'd follow.
Months in advance, we knew that there were 2 sets of triplets in our community. And because of this, we had our small baby isolettes set up ready to go down in labor and delivery, close by to the operating room in case one of these moms came in for an emergency C-section. So we were ready to go from a very early stage. We had extra nurses on call at home, extra providers on call, and we had a plan.
Dad Cody rushed to the hospital and a Sparrow nurse took him right up to see Chelsea minutes before her emergency C-section. Triplets Theo, Rowen, and Merrik were born at 33 weeks and 3 days, all just under 5 pounds.
Everything was really fast-paced, but it didn't feel chaotic, which was really nice.
They were 7.5 weeks early. Everybody was on CPAP. Everybody needed feeding machines. They couldn't feed by mouth at first. A couple of PICC lines for these 2 because they kept losing their IVs. And then these 2 had neutropenia, so they were at high risk for infection.
The ward triplets needed help eating when in the NICU, and when babies have a hard time sucking and swallowing, feeding pumps are vital during their stay. Each feeding pump comes with a price tag of $3,500, and Sparrow needs 47, 1 at every bedside.
It was a pretty big deal for them. They needed them.
Certainly essential. I think essential for how well it ended up going for them in the long run. Being a preemie, not having that would have certainly been a problem. I would highly recommend Sparrow Hospital. We always felt like the staff was helping us through it, and we never really felt, lost. And if we did, we just asked them, and they were always very helpful. So
called it all hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so good to see the babies. We love taking care of the babies while they're here in the hospital, but always the happiest day for a NICU nurse is the day we get to discharge our babies home with their families. It's just an amazing feeling to see that they're all doing so well. They're thriving at home.
There hasn't been a whole lot of complications at all
Had a good start,
post leaving the hospital, so we've been really blessed.